In the corner you see an audio expert, audio marine. We're up here today because I got to take these speakers back because they blew up after the first round. So I already knew going in that they would not work because of my amp. It was a little bit too powerful for them, but at the same time they told me that once they hit the water they probably wouldn't hold up. So I'm going in here to get them tested and I'll show you what we getting new. Like I said, this is the audio expert, car audio and security. The case.
Well, I mean, they'll work with the amplifier, but because of this opening underneath it, and they're facing up in your bags, as soon as water gets in there, it fills that opening up, which submerges the voice coil, which should never get wet. And it's got nowhere to go out the back of it. There's no vent or anything, so it just lays full of water. And it crunches because it was full of water, and now the voice coil's all corroded to pieces.
This is what I'm gonna replace them with, our audio. It's a water resistant speaker. I gotta take the charge, roughly $350 roughly. Probably could have got a better deal on line, but it is what it is. And it's somewhat water resistant. I don't think anything is waterproof. Waterproof meaning you could put it in the water, submerge it in the water, and it still survive. But this one is resistant, so we're gonna give this a try. It sounds pretty good, and also too, it's got a movable tweeter, so you can direction in the direction that you want it. So pretty cool. Here I am sitting here thinking about how this speaker is gonna work out, and I say a lot of times that you don't get this information from a lot of people, and they just show you the end result and how it went. But the problem that I'm having is I'm trying to figure out how to get this speaker onto this pod, which I've been already having. So as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking like, man, that this ring to secure this speaker looks awful big. And then I come to the realization that it's not gonna work. And in a sense, you just paid for these pods that we just got, and also we just bought these, these speakers that cost $170, but at the same time they just failed, and you just paid another $350 for another set of speakers, and now it doesn't even fit into the space, and now we got to do something to get these to work. So like I said, it's a bunch of trial and error. People always say, hey, you got money, you got this, that, and the other, but it's not necessarily about the money. It's about the hobby that you enjoy, and you just want stuff to happen, and it's just unfortunate sometimes you spend your hard-earned money on something that doesn't necessarily work, or you didn't foresee that didn't happen. So with that, we got to come up with another solution. And then I come to the realization that this isn't going to work. Brother said he wanted to go get him some shrimp. So I figured, let's go get some shrimp. It's just, it's just a little day thing, turn around and come back. But, he said he wanted some shrimp. So we figured we go get some shrimp.
Them shrimp was falling out.
And that's what we at. We get some shrimp.
The lettuce, tomato.
So you know what we are. I'll let you figure that out. This is what we are right here. You should know where we at if you geographical, is that right? Inclined. And we're gonna keep it running. See, he back there in the back. Look at him, he back there. I know y'all seen the mushrooms and that corn he was eating. But yeah, man. The mushrooms and that corn. Let's go down here and talk about these. I put these new lures on here mainly because the last one that I had they blew because of the rain. So what I did was I went to obviously the stereo place again, and I got me some water resistant arc audio 6.5s, and that's what we're rocking now. Based on my amp, I don't think it's necessarily a good speaker. I don't know if it has to be dialed in or whatever the case may be. We'll see how that goes when I get to a certain place to see if I can get it tuned. But as far as now, it's loud. Yeah, I can hear it at like 80 miles an hour, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, it's a speaker, it blasts out loud, and I like the sound that it gives out. I just feel like it's staticky once you turn it up wide open, as opposed to the JLs. Those JLs are clear, but this one I can hear a lot of static. So that's what I'm rocking now. Like I said, we're going on a trip, man. So the thing about it is, I kind of wanted something that's waterproof, and I wouldn't have to, the speakers wouldn't blow out. I went on one trip with the last set that I had posted, and they went out as soon as they got rain on them. So it is what it is, you know. Like I say, this is the game, man. You get a lot of trial and error when you try to figure it out the first time, so you don't have to do it the second time and spend more money. But these are lures that I'm running. We're going up to DC sometime in the next coming weeks, and I feel like these would be good in the rain, and you know, somewhat to keep all the rain off my leg, out of my shoe, all that stuff. That's the main thing I'm concerned about. But I'm still looking for those speaker pods that I can put on here and I don't have any worries out of them. These, I know this is kind of somewhat good. Obviously I got a case for it, you know. They're supposed to be waterproof or water resistant. I keep saying waterproof, but water resistant. And I just want them to stay working. So I figure I'll get these. Hopefully I can get them tuned, and we'll see where we go from there. But these are the lures. I did not do a video for these because when I look on the tube, man, I see a whole bunch of them, and I don't want to be the one that obviously that's making another video. There's nothing special about them. I can tell you they are not Avan Black, they're not Harley. There's some ABS form thing. They were made really cheaply. If you can see this, like, it's supposed to be a vent down here. The vent screw came out, and now I lost the vent. But the best part I like about it is that I can still get air through there to that engine. And that was one of my main things. To make sure I can at least get air to the engine and keep it cool. But once my foot is sitting in here and it starts to rain, I'm hoping that my shoe doesn't get all wet. I'm pretty sure when we go to DC, it's gonna be raining, whatever the case may be. But however, I just want to at least keep my shoes somewhat from not getting soaked. I know they're gonna get wet, but I don't want them to get soaked. They say those shoes are waterproof, but I can't tell. My socks end up being wet every time. But yeah, it's an ARC Audio 6.5, and it's water resistant, and you can hear it. That's for sure, you can hear it. And I'll tell you this too, the tweet on the inside, you can move it and kind of put it where you want it. So you can put it down, whatever the case may be, but I have it turned towards me. Obviously I want to hear it. I don't care about the other people, but I want to hear it. So you can angle it in any direction you kind of want to. Has like a radius on it, and I thought that was one cool feature, but I got to get it dialed in, man. I don't like the point where you get that static, so we'll get it dialed in.